everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone. Gnarlo, good boy. When we left off, we had just reached the island of Tinandir, the Dunedain outpost up here on the shores of Lake Evendim, Lake Ninuil, stretching off there in the distance. We had talked to Calaglad. We had given him the letter from Aragorn. He says he cannot trust us just because of that letter, because there are too many bandits and foes around who would love to set traps and to destroy them. So he's given us a quest, loyalties proof. We have to prove ourselves to 3 of the rangers, Astuel, Forcon, and Neathamon. And if we can earn their trust, then Calaglad will give us some of his time and be willing to listen to us. Now I know Neathmund is right over here, so let's run over here and talk to him and see what he has to do. Hello there, what can I do to earn your trust? Sure. They spy from the heights. Calaglad is a wise ranger who has seen many summers, and I trust his judgment as my own. If he is not convinced of your honesty, I remain unconvinced as well. North of Tinandir, in Tirn Fornek, an ancient stone overlook stands watch atop one of the tallest hills. Jabe Grimshaw, leader to one of the robber bands that has caused us so much trouble, plans his band's activities from its heights. If you seek to prove yourself to me and Calaglad, you will put an end to Jabe Grimshaw. You will find Bared Rath, the flat stone platform atop the tall hills of Tirn Fornek, northeast of Tinandir and north of Tham Ornan. You will find Jabe there as well. Alright, so let's accept that. And we're looking for some place. We're looking for Barad Rath, northeast of Tinandir and north of Tham Ornan. So we are going to be going to the map here. It's Tinandir, northeast of Tinandir. I imagine it's going to be one of these platforms here. Maybe that one, but one of these two ruined areas on our map. So we're going to head for this one first. Alright. So let us go ahead and mount up and head for the hills, boys, and see if we can't find this platform that Jabe Grimshaw, one of the leaders of the bandits, is planning his attacks and all from. I hope y'all have had a good week. It has been very, very busy at work. I am so happy to be back on and playing again. It's always a wonderful, relaxing relief of stress. There are 2 ways to relieve stress that work really well for me. One is the relaxation of logging in and playing some LOTRO and just enjoying going about and exploring and smoking a pipe of pipeweed and hanging out. And the other way, of course, is to log on to GTA and kill things. But I think we are in the relaxation mood today. Alright, the invaders of Numinos have reclaimed Chlorhir. That's one of the problems we have here, is that there are several camps, especially over in Numinos, that you're constantly having to retake. The battle goes back and forth between the Free Peoples, the allies of the Dunedain, and the bandits, and not the bandits so much, but the forces of Angmar, the Angmarim. And it is very difficult. Let's see if we can't get past this blame. Alright, gave up on us. Oh, but we alerted that one, didn't we? Alright, let's go over there and take him out. Well, where are you going? No, I don't want to do any U-branches in the middle of a fight. Please. Go ahead and reveal weakness. That'll give us a bonus against him. And he'll be going down here in just a moment. There we go. New deed Tomb Defender. Which is probably going to be killing tomb robbers. Yes, to get Tomb Defender. 120 tomb robbers. Another one of the Slayer deeds here. You'll find the Slayer deeds are... every zone has them, and they may be one of the few things that I actually use those bonuses. Yeah, they've got those boosts, the things that you can get in the Hobbit presents that they give you every day. And the Slayer deed boost, where you get twice as much credit for killing things for the deed, I may actually use some of those, because some of them get just wicked rough. Alright, we've reached Tirn Forneck now. So that's right up here. So if we're in Tirn Forneck, where do we need to go from there? Top the tall hills of Tirn Forneck, northeast of Tinnindir, and north of Tham Ornan. Okay. Let's make sure we've got everything turned on here. We do. So once we get into that area, is it up there? Let's try that one. Alright, back to the horse. And we'll continue north and try around that ruin up there. That mansion or castle or whatever it once was. We've said before, you've got all these old buildings here of the Dunedain that have since been taken over by the bandits. But the architecture is spectacular. This is what we were talking about before. If you look at these buildings, I would anticipate whenever we reach Gondor and Minas Tirith that it may look something of this sort. Remember all it's got that Númenórean type of architecture. Remember Castle Orthanc, the Tower of Orthanc that has the 4 spikes coming up from the top of it. That seems to be a trait of Númenórean architecture. One of their particular styles. Kind of like the Victorian would have that gingerbread scroll work all around the eaves and the posts and everything. Say the fence posts and all. It doesn't actually do anything. It's just there for decorative. Much the same for excuse me, the spikes here on the Númenórean architecture. And once we reach a Numinous, actually go across the river to the other side, to the western shore. Oh, I wish I had my scholar with me. That's a nice bank, nice place. Alright, we've reached Barad Rath now. So whatever, Barad is of course tower. I'm not sure what Rath is. Excuse me again. Don't know why I've got the cough so bad. Is this, yes, Ruins of Numenor. There we go. Barad Rath of Evendim. I apologize. Constructed before the original founding of Ostforad, Barad Rath once stood as the furthest northern frontier in the region of Lake Evendim. Once Ostforad rose to preeminence in the North, Barad Rath declined in importance, and is believed to have been used as an occasional retreat for members of the royal family who could not find sufficient peace and isolation in the bustling courts of Annúminas or their estate of Tinnindir. Alright, so we have 8 Ruins of Evendim to find. We have found the first, and there is the gentleman we are looking for. There is Jabe. Let us go ahead and dismount. Let us go into hiding. And we are going to see if we can't sneak up on him whenever he's in a place away from the other 2 bandits. Distract him. There. Yep, let's let him go a little further. We'll try distracting him again in a bit. He's a little too close to that other tomb robber. We could probably take them both, but why should we? When we have tricks and all up our sleeves so that we don't have to. There we go. Alright, let's take him out. What's the point in being a burglar? If you don't act like a burglar, correct? burglar heal there. Whoops. Ooh, and he stunned us. Alright. Let us go back into our sneak mode and let's take a look out. Yes, he could look right down on Tendon Deer, I suppose, from here. Because there's the island. I guess he could look right down onto the lake and make his plans as to where he wants to attack and what he wants to do. So it's good we have taken him out. Alright. So let us go on down, talk to Nathan, and let him know that the deed is done. It was a dirty deed, and I'll guarantee you when I see what reward they've given me, it's probably been done dirt cheap too. And we are crossing the bridge back over to Tinnindeer. It's nice to know this little bit of the backstory there, that this used to be the royal family's retreat, their private mansion, to get away from the hustle and bustle of ruling Anuminus. We will go inside of it soon, let you see how the upper classes lived. But in the meantime, let's run over here to Nathan and let him know that we hopefully have proven to him that we can be
Greetings.
Loyal and honest. Grimshaw is no more. This is excellent news, Gnarlo, and I begin to believe your tale. It is not yet enough, I'm afraid, but perhaps you are telling the truth. If you succeed at my next errand, I will be free of doubt. Next errand?
Could I speak with you a moment?
We just killed a guy, and that's not enough for you. What, did you want me to bring back his eyes? Alright, the defense of House Brumbar. Good coffee. While you were confronting Jabe Grimshaw in Tier 4 Neck, a ranger named Pantascal sent word of many boggarts advancing toward the ruins of House Brumbar. Brumbar was a Dunedain line of no small significance, no small importance before the abandonment of Anuminas, and we must keep the grounds of that ancient manor safe from treasure seekers, though the buildings are mostly gone. Pantascal did not seem overly concerned about this band of boggarts, but I would be put more at ease if you stood with him. The creatures are cowardly, but in great numbers even the weakest of foes can pose a threat. The ruins of House Brumbar are north and east of Tinnindeer, in Parth Aduil. Cross the bridge to the mainland and follow the shore northward. Brumbar is little more than crumbling walls now, but we cannot allow the boggarts to befoul its memory. Alright, so we need to talk to Pantascal and then continue on northward and see if we can find the House Brumbar. Give me one moment. I have got to send a message back and we'll be right back with you. Okay, before we go out to search for Pantascal, we do have one other item here. We picked this up on the looted this from one of the, well, I was going to say one of the bandits we killed. We only killed the one, didn't we? An old trove. We've got a skull fragment, an old scroll fragment. It is illegible by itself, but you right click on it and it starts a quest. This scroll fragment looks interesting, but is illegible by itself. Perhaps in combination with other fragments, the original document can be restored. So we need to collect one worn scroll fragment and one faded scroll fragment. So why don't we go ahead and do that? We will accept the quest. So we have that as well. So hopefully those will be things that we will collect off of bandits and stuff as we kill them. Perhaps these boggarts that we're going to go looking for. That would be very good. Let's see, the defense of House Brumbar. It's in Parth Aduil, northeast of Tinnindeer. Follow the shoreline north until you see the few walls that remain. Okay. Pretty sure that we probably passed through there. On the way to and back from killing Jeb. But since killing a human doesn't seem to mean much in these Dunedain's eyes, that's disturbing. Let's go kill some boggarts, shall we? That's the trouble with Middle-earth. Middle-earth is just like GTA. Life is cheap. Okay, we've crossed the bridge. Let us follow it north. I'm wanting to say it's probably this area right here. Let's see if we can find... Do we need to find someone named Pantascal? Do we need to just kill boggarts? Let's roam around the four walls here. Hopefully we will have a ring. There we go. There's a quest ring. So that is probably Pantascal right there. Yep. Let's go ahead and dismount. We will talk to him. I'm going to stay in third person just because talking to him and starting this quest may cause us to be attacked. Yep, it will. Nathman has sent you to me. I do not think I will have need of your assistance, but I know better than to refuse help earnestly offered. These boggarts are weak, but their great numbers give them courage. This courage is misplaced, for we will turn them aside from House Brumbar with ease. Make yourself ready. All right. Definitely not taking long, but we need to see if we can help him get these down before he gets killed, that's for sure. He's taking a lot of damage. It's almost bad as... It's like an escort quest where the ranger's the weak little... Jeez, that was crappy. I thought you rangers were supposed to be tough. You were going down faster than the woman at the bridge was. I think that's the last of them. Return to Nathman with these tidings. Alright, back over to Tinendir. And let him know that yes, we have risked our life for 6 crumbling pieces of rock and a field with flowers in it. Is that really, really worth sending people out to risk their lives and take damage and use up your resources just because once upon a time an important family lived there? All right. Sometimes I think we need to sit and talk to these rangers. Maybe after the war is over, we'll sit down, we'll hold a conference, smoke some pipe weed, eat some bacon and mushrooms, drink some beer, and explain to them about priorities. Hey, you know, maybe humans are worth more than 4 crumbling pieces of stone. I don't care who used to live there in the past. Oops. And we've gone a little too far. Let's ride through the skirmish camp. We'll come around through the pack. No trouble there. They're rangers. They should be expecting me to come in from anywhere. If I surprise them, well, they're no good, are they?
What can I do for you?
You have returned, Gnarlo. I must applaud you and apologize at the same time. I still did not believe you were trustworthy. These are dark days, and the Dunedain cannot afford to trust so easily. But you have proven yourself to me many times over. I would tell Calenglad that your errand must not be hindered. Do not think less of me. The Dunedain have not survived through the long years by having an abundance of trust. Or by having abundance of knowledge of what real estate property values perhaps are truly worth. We got Goblin Slayer now. We need to kill 90 more of them to get, I'm sure, the lowest level of Goblin Slayer. And then we'll have to kill about 180 or 120 of them, somewhere around in there, to get the second level, which I'm sure will be the advanced Goblin Slayer. Alright, now we need to find Forcon and Estuil. So I'm going to take a look around, see if I can find some more rings. Let's see, we got one over here. Yes, we do. A stool. I am sorting out the bits of pottery and other things I have found. Oh, good for you, man. It's good to have a hobby that doesn't involve collecting parts of sentient
Could I speak
creatures
with you a moment?
or killing bandits. Washed up on the shore. I am not as suspicious of your identity as Calenglad, but I will do as he wishes. You must prove to me that you have an honest heart and are not allied with those who seek to plunder my Dunedain heritage. Jetsam sometimes washes onto the shore of this island from out in the lake, and the tomb robbers seek it out in search of jewels and other valuable trinkets. These pieces once belonged to the law-abiding people of Arnor and to their kings in Enumenas. We cannot allow the robbers to get their hands on any more of them. Follow the island's western shore northward, Gnarlo, and look for Jetsam among the reeds. I would be interested in seeing any damp pottery shards you can recover. Beware of tomb robbers, for they seek the same thing, though for very different reasons. Return to me when you have gathered enough fragments, and I will see if you have recovered anything of interest. All right. So we are going to go over here to the western shore and follow it along, looking for any jetsam and flotsam that might have washed up along the shore, so that we can take the pottery shards and any other items of value. I'm going to grab this boatkeeper here while we're at it.
Greetings.
There, as you see, we've got 3 places that we can travel by boat, and this, of course, would be the 4th. We said before, those boatkeepers did not used to exist, and yes, it could be quite trying swimming back and forth, back and forth.